We know even the thought of a cable-free lifestyle can be scary, but we promise to be gentle and go slowly at first. In today's episode, we'll walk you through the basic setup of the Apple TV and the Roku HD devices, educate you on what the hell an HDMI cable is, and offer some tips on how to not get ripped off when you buy one. Hey there, I'm Zach Jordan, and this is your guide to life on the second screen. In the last episode, we told you why you should come to the dark side and cut your cable. We're assuming you listened to every word we said and went out to get yourself an Apple TV, Roku, or other fancy device. And now you're ready for your brilliant setup tutorial. If you happen to miss our enlightening and convincing first episode, you can check it out by clicking right here. Now let's take a look at these sweet machines. Both of these devices are a snap to set up, and you barely need to read the directions, if at all. And if you're watching our show, we're pretty sure your attention span is hanging on by a thread anyway, so we're not going to bore you with covering every step in this episode. In the event you simply must consult the directions but despise the written word, you're in luck, my friends, as we've included links to the videos on the web that will walk you through the setup of each of these devices. If you have a Roku, you should check out this setup video on how to get started. For Apple TV, we've made our own video, and you can watch it by clicking here. Naturally, we provided the most stunning video possible for you to peruse. Okay, not really, but either video will only waste about 2 minutes of your time, so if you're not feeling them, you can't hate on us too much. Both of these videos show you an HDMI cable, and if you're really observant, you've noticed the HDMI ports on the back of both devices. For those of you who are unfamiliar, this is an HDMI cable, and it's what you'll need in order to bring the pretty pictures from your Roku, Apple TV, or other device to your TV screen or monitor. This single cable delivers all the audio and video goodness you need, thus avoiding the entertainment cabinet rat's nest. Don't worry, your dust bunnies will still call it home. If you already purchased your HDMI cable and didn't do it the way that we're about to tell you, return the cable and get back your hard-earned cash. Most electronic stores make mucho dinero selling you cables like this because there's a lot of margin for them in these items. Therefore, if you decide to saunter through the cable aisle of your neighborhood brick and mortar store and check out the pricing, you should expect to pay $40 or more for a 6-foot HDMI cable. That's 40, and this, my friends, is total bullshit. You can go to Amazon.com and find the exact same cable for about $4, or if you're feeling really OG, hit up eBay and haggle for a gaggle of cables, yo. There are beast-like cable companies who spend a lot of money to convince you their cables are awesome, and you and your picture quality will suck if you settle for anything less. But for 99% of you, spend the extra money on a killer Malbec, download a season of Check It Out with Dr. Steve Brule on iTunes, and call it good, my friends. You're welcome.
Sweet berry wine!
Check it out! Once you've connected your preferred device to your fancy HD TV using your uber cheap HDMI cable, of course, it's time to get hooked up with a streaming service like Netflix or Hulu Plus. Let's look at Roku first. If you already have a Hulu Plus or Netflix account, you're good to go right to the Roku store on the device. If this is your first time setting up either account, I recommend using a computer with a keyboard to set these up, as you'll need to enter your credit card info and pick a username and password. The Roku remote is easy to use, but it's just not meant for typing. Don't worry though, once you're logged in and set up, both Hulu Plus and Netflix, the service and content device, keep you logged in, and viewing content simply means selecting your shows and clicking on the pretty pictures. You will now see Hulu Plus and Netflix icons on your Roku channel lineup on the Roku dashboard. You'll want to have either your tablet or computer handy so you can finish activating your account. This whole process takes about 5 to 10 minutes, and then you'll be free to move about your content cabin. For Apple TV users, setting up Hulu Plus and Netflix accounts online is exactly the same process, but on the device itself, there's no need to select anything, as Hulu Plus and Netflix are already on the Apple TV dashboard. You will, however, need to use the super slim remote that's also not designed for typing long messages to log into both accounts. Like the Roku, once you're logged in, all is well in your new content kingdom, and you will never leave the house again. Hulu Plus and Netflix are just a couple of the major sources of content for life off the cable grid, but there's so much more to explore, and unless we get tired of making this show, we will explore all of it together. In our next episode, we'll tell you how to get some cool HD TV for free. Until then, take a look at this. We promise to be gentle and go slowly at first.